In this video, what I want to do is explain the best way that I can as to why I failed for 5 years and then finally became a millionaire. I think the purpose, of course, of listening to videos like this, audios, podcasts, reading books is in hopes that you don't make the same mistakes that other people have made. So I hope this video is impactful for you, and I'm going to do my best to explain exactly what happened. And when I first got started in my online business, number one, my mindset was not in the right place. I was led to believe that you could get rich quick. I mean, we see all the videos out there on YouTube, and I've talked about that in other videos, but not having the right mindset. And so, because I didn't have the right mindset, I thought success was outside of myself. So, I would join opportunity after opportunity, and it felt like I was constantly starting over. I'd start one project, start taking some action or going through a course, or take no action at all. And then I jumped to the latest thing that sounded better. And I continued to do that for a number of years until I gained the awareness of what I was doing. I'm sitting here just jumping around, not believing in myself and thinking that if I just find the secret, like there's a secret to success out there in the world, if I find it, I'm going to be successful. And I realized that success wasn't on the outside, success was on the inside because I started noticing that whether I was doing network marketing or affiliate marketing or drop shipping or social media services for small businesses, there were successful people in all these industries, and they had one common theme is that they focused solely on that one industry. They didn't have shiny object syndrome like I did, where I was just jumping around. And they also knew that they needed to focus on themselves daily. They needed to work on themselves more than they actually work on their business. So I started finally I stopped trying to get rich quick, and I started taking the small steps that success really takes. I started becoming okay with where I was at and okay with the journey versus seeking instant gratification and feeling like I just had to get to the destination. And many of you might be feeling like this. You might be feeling insecure because you're comparing yourself to all these other YouTubers, content creators, business owners, and even they have tons of insecurities. Like, even myself, I wake up every single day, like, I have a general idea of what to do, but at the end of it, you don't know what's going to happen. At the end of it, you have days where you have no idea what the hell you're doing. Most days, you don't know what you're doing. You're just trying to do your best. But you start building these skill sets along the way, and you start to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So as soon as I started challenging myself and I started just comparing myself to what I did yesterday, and I focused on the small wins and not the end destination, and I focused on just serving and giving value to other people, like, that's when everything changed. And you'll notice here that I was focusing on one thing at a time, one thing at a time. I wasn't trying to do all these different businesses. I wasn't getting distracted anymore by the latest shiny object, because I realized if I just grew myself, it didn't matter what industry I went into, I could absolutely crush it. So I spent 3 years just trying to get my mind right. You guys can make the decision after this video to stop watching all that garbage out there on YouTube and learn a real skill. Those videos just get a lot of views because of ad revenue. That's why. The strategies are garbage. If you really want to make money online, you have to be willing to master yourself, educate yourself, start reading personal development books, start saturating your mind with education, and stop searching for the shiny object. That's the biggest difference. And once you do that, the floodgates are going to open. So once I got my mindset right and learned the skill set of marketing, Then I started going into network marketing companies and blowing them up. I started going into affiliate marketing companies. I started blowing them up. And I want you guys to think about the skill sets that you currently have and how you can apply that to a business venture out there. It doesn't have to be marketing, it doesn't have to be anything that I've done. Focus on what you have already and build upon it and start thinking long term versus just thinking short term. Like so many people get discouraged because it's like, oh, I can't succeed in the next 2 weeks or 90 days. So I'm just going to quit. Okay, well, if you quit, you're just going to be in the same spot that you were yesterday. So you might as well start something and build it on the side and not get too attached to it. Because as long as you're consistent with it, you will ultimately be successful and be in a better place in a year than you were today. Because that's what success takes. It takes time. So either accept it or get mad and do nothing. And then that nothing leads to no change and complacency and unhappiness. The way that people think is it's just absolutely crazy. Don't get discouraged because you can't get rich quick. You accept it and say, okay, well, as long as I'm discouraged, nothing's going to change. So I might as well take action and do something and just start small. A lot of people think that they need to take over the world in one day. And if you just start to focus on progress instead of destination, you're going to be happier anyways. You're going to be more fulfilled anyways. And then you're finally going to be deserving of success. So focus on the one thing, focus on yourself. When I say that one thing, focus on that one business and master the crafts within that business until you achieve mastery. That's it. It's laser focus on those 1 to 2 things that makes the big difference. So hopefully you take what I said in this video into consideration. This will shave years off of the success learning curve. And if you take what I'm saying, success, especially in the social media age, can happen in the next 60 to 90 days. If you'd like to learn the same exact system that I plugged into that's allowed me to make over $330,000 in just the last 6 months, there's going to be a link in the description below. And also, if you want to jump on 6 live calls Monday through Saturday with me weekly, where I coach you to success, there's also going to be a link for that in the description below. You can feel free to check that out. Nonetheless, like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you got value from this. We'll see you in the next one.